A very sad day yesterday. I was sitting on my couch watching a Yankee-Mets game, and I went on Twitter and I saw, and I couldn't believe it, that actor Chadwick Boseman unfortunately passed away at the age of 43 from colon cancer. And it really struck me because, I was a huge fan of his, like many, but, as I'm watching the Yankees-Mets game yesterday, it was Jackie Robinson Day. Baseball was celebrating Jackie Robinson Day yesterday because they obviously couldn't celebrate it on April 15th when it normally is due to the pandemic. To see that Chadwick Boseman had passed away from colon cancer at that age is just so tragic, so sad. And, then you start reading more about him and the lives he touched and, his impact in all his movies, not just Black Panther, which he's obviously, most known for, but this guy played Jackie Robinson in a movie in 42, and he passes away on Jackie Robinson Day. Just so sad. It really is. So thoughts are with his family, his friends, and, it's weird. Like, he just kind of seemed like a larger-than-life character. Like his charity endeavors away from acting, and then you really learn about how he's had this thing for a number of years and he never told anyone. And what was really chilling is, I'm going to read you an interview he did a number of years ago that was shared on Twitter. He did an interview with the Huffington Post with a guy named Matt Jacobs. And Matt Jacobs put this out on his Twitter. I interviewed Chadwick Boseman in 2017. And here was two of the questions from that interview. Quote, you came off one Black Panther project, did the movie Marshall, and then made another Black Panther movie. Did you bulk up, slim down, and then bulk up again? So that was the question. Boseman nodded his head, looking exhausted. Right. Yeah, he said. So then Matt Jacobs, the reporter, follows up. You've been through the ringer. And Boseman responds, oh, you don't even know. He laughs. You have no idea. One day, I'll live to tell the story. And this was in 2017. We found out through his statement online yesterday that he had been diagnosed with colon cancer 4 years ago. So while he was filming all these movies in the last 4 years, he was going through chemotherapy treatments and obviously dealing with just a insidious disease that cancer is and still putting forward some incredible performances. So, you just tip your cap and appreciate someone's strength. I mean, I don't even know how you describe what Chadwick Boseman did over the last couple of years. The fact that he didn't want anyone to know. And colon cancer has just taken far too many young people in our country, specifically young black men. And, this guy was a hero on the screen and off the screen with voting initiatives and charity endeavors and just, man. I remember first seeing Chadwick Boseman in the movie The Express, where he portrayed Ernie Davis, the former Syracuse running back. So very sad. I wanted to start the show by discussing Chadwick Boseman, and I saw the NBA today is having a moment of silence for Boseman, for Clifford Robinson, who also passed away the other day, and for the former head coach of the Arizona Wildcats, Lute Olson. And then what was so scary was, just the fact that it just came out of nowhere and just on top of what has just been a brutal year. It's just, you think about Kobe Bryant, how long ago, that was, right? I mean, it really isn't that long ago when you think about it. It feels a long time ago because of everything that's happened since, but Kobe Bryant's death happened at the end of January. So it's just been a brutal year. And Boseman was friends with Kobe, too. That's what's so eerie. There's plenty of pictures of them together. So just absolutely heartbroken. He gave a commencement speech at Howard University in 2018. That's where he went to school. And at that time, nobody knew, but he was already fighting for his life. And in that speech, he talked about finding a purpose and holding on to integrity, and it just kind of means so much more knowing that he was dealing with this while he's saying all that. So very sad. I just couldn't believe it. Great actor. There's also a very viral Jimmy Fallon clip that was making the rounds on social media last night where Boseman is hiding behind a curtain. And Fallon had fans of Black Panther speak to a poster of the Black Panther saying like why they liked the movie, and a lot of the people talked about how it meant so much to have a black superhero or an all-black cast and representation being so important, and he's so inspiring, this and that. And then Boseman comes out from behind the curtain and says, hey, thanks for the kind words, and says hello and hugs all his fans and all that. And it's a great moment if you haven't seen it, but it just kind of exemplifies why, representation is certainly important. Really puts it in perspective. So, very sad. I mean, words can't do it justice, just how devastating it is. So rest in peace to the great Chadwick Boseman. Certainly gone far too soon.